What's happening, Google Trends Hub fam? Get ready to dive headfirst into the digital whirlwind because the news cycle is spinning faster than ever, and we've got the must-know updates that are shaping our world right now. We're kicking things off with a look at the courtroom drama that might have just saved antitrust law itself. Could a case against Google have been a disaster, and what does a company called Anthropic have to do with it? We're breaking it all down. Next up, prepare for a seismic shift that's coming to Google search, and it's a change that should absolutely terrify news publishers everywhere. We're talking about a massive AI integration that could fundamentally alter how we find information online, and the clock is ticking. What does this mean for your favorite websites and the content you consume? Then, we're navigating the twists and turns of Google Maps. A huge privacy change to the beloved Timelines feature has apparently maimed its functionality for many, but is it worse than just letting it go entirely? We'll explore the user fallout and the real impact of this update on your personal history. And finally, we're digging into a different kind of Google Maps issue that might be causing major headaches for users, impacting everything from finding a place to eat to planning your day. Don't miss these essential updates. Make sure you're subscribed, hit that notification bell, and join the conversation. Let's get into it. Antitrust dodged a bullet. Could a courtroom decision have fundamentally altered the internet as we know it? Many feared that a potential antitrust case against Google, specifically concerning its Chrome browser, could have led to disastrous outcomes, forcing a breakup of the company's core services. However, recent legal proceedings seem to have steered clear of such drastic measures, and some argue this was a necessary move to prevent antitrust law from harming innovation itself. This complex legal maneuvering is best understood by looking at the explosive growth of AI startups. Consider Anthropic, a company that was founded just 4 years ago and has already achieved a staggering private valuation of $185 billion. Their AI, named Claude, is designed to be helpful, honest, and harmless, positioning itself as a significant competitor in the AI space. This rapid rise of new, innovative companies, even those indirectly linked to Google through investments, highlights the dynamic and ever-evolving nature of the tech industry. It suggests that the market is already fostering competition and pushing boundaries, potentially negating the need for heavy-handed antitrust interventions that could stifle this very innovation. The massive private valuation of Anthropic, far exceeding Google's own corporate valuation, signals a future where new players and new technologies will redefine the internet and information access. While critics like former Assistant Attorney General Jonathan Kanter lament that Washington missed an opportunity to hold Google accountable, the reality might be that the courts, by not forcing drastic actions like selling Chrome, have allowed the market to naturally evolve. This dynamic landscape, where companies like Google are themselves investing in emerging AI players, demonstrates an adaptation to future trends rather than a static monopoly. The fear was that a forced divestiture of Chrome could have been a misstep, potentially harming the very ecosystem it aimed to protect. Instead, the current trajectory suggests that the market, with its rapid pace of innovation, is already addressing competitive concerns in ways that could ultimately benefit consumers and the digital economy. Don't go anywhere, because the next story reveals a change at Google that has news publishers genuinely worried. Get ready for the AI revolution to hit search results like never before. Google's AI mode, a publisher's nightmare. Get ready, news publishers, because Google is on the verge of rolling out a monumental change to its search engine that could send shockwaves through your industry. Robbie Stein, Google Search VP of Product, has confirmed that users can now access Google's new AI mode directly, and Logan Kilpatrick, lead product manager for DeepMind and Gemini, has hinted that this mode will be rolling out as the default search experience soon. This isn't just a minor tweak, it's a fundamental shift. In AI mode, users engage with a chatbot-like interface that synthesizes answers directly from the web. While convenient for users, this means Google is essentially pulling content from publisher websites, summarizing it, and presenting it at the top of search results. The crucial problem: users may have little to no incentive to click through to the original articles, drastically cutting off vital referral traffic that many news outlets rely on to survive. This phenomenon is already being dubbed Google Zero by those in media circles, representing the point where the search giant stops sending any traffic to external sites. The impact is already being felt. Data from SimilarWeb shows significant drops in search traffic for major publications like Business Insider and HuffPost. A recent study by Digital Content Next, representing outlets like the New York Times and Vox, found referral traffic declines of up to 25% in just a few weeks. Google's AI enterprise is essentially becoming the internet's Cliffs Notes, summarizing content while the original creators are relegated to footnotes. This poses an existential threat to the traditional publishing business model, potentially pushing it to the brink as AI mode becomes the primary way billions interact with Google search. But the changes don't stop at search. We're about to explore a privacy shift in Google Maps that's causing significant user frustration. Stay tuned as we uncover how your personal travel history might be vanishing without a trace. Google Maps timelines, lost in translation. Remember meticulously tracking your journeys with Google Maps timelines. That feature, which saved your location history for easy recall and personalized recommendations, has undergone a privacy-focused overhaul that has left many users feeling like their digital memories have been erased. The change, implemented late last year, shifted data storage from Google servers to individual devices, a move intended to enhance privacy following concerns about law enforcement access to location data. Previously, your timeline data was stored on Google's servers, accessible via a user-enabled setting. While this raised privacy questions, particularly after reports of law enforcement obtaining warrants for geofencing data, it ensured your travel history was safely backed up. The new system, however, places the onus on users to enable cloud backups for each device. If this backup isn't activated, or if a device is reset, years of travel history, road trips, cross-country moves, international adventures, and even significant events like industry conferences can be permanently lost. This happened to the author, who discovered their entire travel log was gone after missing the crucial backup window. The frustration stems from the fact that the feature isn't entirely gone, but its usability has been severely hampered. Users often don't realize the data is lost until they try to access it, and the notification about the change was subtly placed within the timeline page itself, a page many users rarely visit. This lack of clear communication and the potential for irreversible data loss feels far worse than if the feature had been removed entirely. For many, like the author's family members who also lost their decade of travel data, the Google Maps timeline represented a tangible record of their lives. This shift, driven by privacy concerns, has inadvertently created a new problem: the gut-wrenching loss of personal history, making the feature feel less like a tool and more like a ghost of what once was. And that's not the only Google Maps issue causing headaches. A different problem might be impacting your daily plans. Stick around as we reveal another critical Maps update you need to know about. Google Maps, misleading directions plague users. Beyond privacy concerns, a more immediate and frustrating issue is emerging with Google Maps: the potential for users to be directed to businesses that are no longer operational. This simple yet significant flaw can lead to wasted trips, missed appointments, and general user dissatisfaction, impacting the core utility of the navigation service. While the exact extent of this problem is still being investigated, anecdotal evidence and user reports suggest that Google Maps is not always up to date with business closures. This means users might plan their day around visiting a specific restaurant, store, or service, only to arrive and find it permanently shut down. For individuals and families relying on maps for planning outings or essential errands, this can be a major inconvenience and a source of considerable frustration. The core promise of a navigation app is reliability, and when it sends you to a defunct location, that reliability is broken. The impact of these inaccuracies, while seemingly minor on an individual level, can accumulate to erode user trust in Google Maps. In an ecosystem where competitors are constantly vying for user attention, such persistent errors could drive people to seek alternative navigation solutions. Maintaining accurate business information is crucial for a service that dictates so much of our daily movement and planning. The implications range from minor annoyances, like a closed shop, to more significant issues, such as arriving at a vacant lot for a scheduled meeting or service appointment. We've covered a lot of ground today, but we're not done yet. Get ready for a lightning-fast recap of all the top stories and our full call to action. All right, Google Trends Hub crew, let's do a super-fast recap. We dove into how a Google antitrust case might have saved the day for innovation, explored the seismic shift Google's AI mode brings to news publishers, uncovered the frustrating privacy changes impacting Google Maps timelines, and highlighted how misleading directions can plague your Maps experience. Phew, that's a lot of intel. If you found this breakdown valuable, do us a massive favor. Smash that like button, subscribe to Google Trends Hub for all your essential tech updates, ring that notification bell so you never miss an episode, and drop a comment below telling us which story shocked you the most. You can also follow us on all our socials for even more insights. Stay curious, stay informed, and we'll see you in the next one.